Today, we're working on the BMW. Yes, another issue with the BMW. What is that issue, may you ask? Every time my wife grabs to close the door, she gets butt fingers. Let me explain what the butt fingers come from. This stupid door handle. This rubber right here is falling apart and it comes off your hand. So you go in here, you get all this black stuff all over your hand. Oh, it's so gross. Anyway, I am replacing this thing right here, and to make her happy. This is like one of the gifts I got her for Christmas. So I got to take this thing apart and put the new ones in. So it's a pretty easy process. This pops off, unscrew. Okay, on this model, literally, you don't have to take this one off. Other models you do. So F15, X5, you don't have to take this off. But this just comes right off. I just put the pull right in here. It really just popped right off right when I was testing it. So this is okay. So this isn't the problem. The problem is the rubber on this thing is deteriorating. See? Now we need to take off these screws here, pull it out, and we're good. I'll put in the new ones. I'm using one of these star tools. I don't know what size it is. I don't really have it listed on here, but if you have a little set of star tools, and you should be able to find the right one. Get those out. This should pop right out. I think this just turned out to be more of a workout than I wanted. Looks like I have to take out the door panel. Okay, so a little bit of review. This process is the same process as doing the front passenger side. If you know about the duty handles, they start deteriorating right here, and you start getting black stuff on your hands when you start opening the door. We are working on the two rear ones. There's 3 handles that need to be replaced. I already replaced the front one. Really quickly, it's pretty simple. You're going to use a little tool to pop this thing up. There's a screw in here. There are 2 screws underneath here, and you will have to pop this. I believe you have to pop this out. This pops right off. You'll need to pop this thing off, and there's 2 screws in here. Attach the door panel to the actual door. So, without ado, we'll go ahead and start this process and start unhooking this door panel. We'll get both of these off at the same time, and then I'll show you how to do the rest inside the shop. Ooh. Come right off. There we go. Pops right off. You know, the fun thing, gotta unhook the cables back behind here. There's 2 cables right there, and then you gotta undo the locking mechanism. Just kind of slide this out. Go. This kind of goes up and over. That one's unhooked. Okay, got this one off. I'll do the other one off camera. Over there. And then we'll take it inside. Be right back. Again, links in the description for these. They're very inexpensive. They're carbon fiber, plastic. It's not real carbon fiber, obviously, but this is what they look like. And in the package comes 3. 2 for the rear doors and 1 for the passenger front. The driver's side does not have one. And the reason why we replace them is because of the nasty plastic. You can see it's already coming off. Barely took any strength to get that off, and this leaves a black residue on your hand. So that's why we're taking these off and replacing them, because the passengers are grabbing these to pull the door closed, and this is super sticky and leaves stuff in our hands. So we are replacing these today. in all the videos I've watched, what they don't tell you, and the forums do tell you, is you do have to take this whole card off for the F15 slash 2015 BMW X5, and goes with the X6 as well from right here. Some old models, the F30s, you can actually just take these off and pull this off and pop this thing off, which that isn't a possibility on these ones. You have to actually, let's take that out, pull these things off and access a plastic welded handle, and we're going to go ahead and remove it. So let's go ahead and show you where that's at. Okay. All right. So right here, there's a plastic welded deal that goes right here. I think I got these backwards. Oh, that's right. Okay. So you'll notice in here, there's like a provision to do some welding for the stock ones. Now, in order to take these off, which is in the bulletin, you have to actually drill that out. Drill this out, and everything I've read, this isn't really needed. So what we're going to do is just kind of drill off this top little nub here. Let me get it closer up for you. We're going to drill off just the top of that so it pops off. We're not going in way deep. We're just going to take a drill bit the size of it, skim the top of that, and pull it out. Okay? And then the thing that's going to hold it on here is the two bolts that go right here, one right here and one right there. And also, to take these off, you got to kind of pull this little tab back right here, and they'll slide right out. But we got to drill that thing out first. So I'm going to do that real quick and then go from there. All right. So the old handle goes right here. You can see the deterioration right here. This one is not nearly as bad as the one in the front, but let's go ahead and stick the new one in there. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Okay. Firmly put in there. All right. Something else we got to do is we got to pull these metal brackets off that the other piece slides into. All right, keep them the same orientation, so make sure you don't flip-flop them. May cause an issue with how the other one goes in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. All right, so that one's all done. I'm gonna do the other side, and we'll go reinstall these bad boys. All right, do the honors. Just kind of, these things kind of go in here like that, and then push it in. No more goopies. There we go. Now, these cheap ones are cheap. They're a little flimsy. Fitment is, I would say, probably about 90%. But I think for what we're doing here and replacing these, they're functional, right? So, ease of install, I think it's pretty easy. Taking these things off took a little minute, but don't be discouraged. These do not come off. And yeah, I think it took me an hour to do all three. Not too bad. So you guys could do this yourself, save yourself a lot of money. And I'll put a link for this this part in here. Again, I mean, if you're a perfectionist and you want perfect parts, go to BMW, get their parts. They're $154 a piece, I believe. But these ones I think were 90 bucks for all three, maybe even cheaper. I'll put it in a description, that way you can order them yourself. Okay, until next time guys, have a good one. Thank you.